Hey everyone, it's Diana, aka the Moonflower Mom. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but I was feeling a little under the weather. I am 26 weeks in a little bump, yay! And he is growing every day and kicking a little more every single day, so it's a little crazy now. But this is my recap of week 25, all the things that I experienced, my highs, lows, and all that lovely stuff. For those of you who are new moms like me, we get to go through this together, and I can give you a little insight of what I went through, and maybe you'll understand why you're going through it a little bit. And for those of you who are already moms, thank y'all so much for all the advice. Y'all are wonderful. What I've really been using as my guide is the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. It's a wonderful one. I really recommend you go out and get it if you're having any kind of issues or anything. This is the 5th edition. It's from Heidi Murkoff and Sharon Maisel. You can't really see it, but there it is. So yeah, it is the best-selling pregnancy book ever, and it is really good for those unanswered questions that you don't really want to call the nurse and stuff about. Because if you're anything like me, you don't want to call the nurse at all if you don't have to. And I think I've called the nurse like one time, and that was to ask her like about Tums, if I can eat them or not, because my heartburn was been so awful. But anyways, so recap of week 25. So maybe I threw up like one time, but that was only because I smelled something that was awful. And I had quite a bit of round ligament pain, but I've kind of worked it out now that I've started walking a little more. I can't really do much exercise because I have high blood pressure, and they're trying to watch that, so they're trying to make me like chill out a little bit, but I can't not do anything. So I just decided that I would go ahead and start walking. And so it was horrible at first, and it feels kind of like, you know how whenever you work out your ab muscles, at first that's what it feels like. And I was like, oh. So I started, I kept doing it, and now it doesn't hurt at all. My son is about the size, he was about the size of a Napa cabbage is what they said during week 25. He was kicking quite a bit and all that. For the most part, I didn't really have much problems. My lows were Friday, I was very sick, so I do like feel a little sicker than usual, but I was a little sick that day, so it was just awful. As far as my blood pressure, that's one of my main things. I don't really think that'll ever go away during any of this. And then constipation, that one's a lovely one. I've experienced that. My high, I started getting a lot of energy at the beginning of the week because I turn a new week every Friday. So on Monday, I was like, wow. So that Friday I was sick, and then Monday I had a big burst of energy. I started cleaning everything. We're moving here soon, so I started cleaning and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I had a burst of energy, and I felt really productive, so that was my high. As far as highlights and things to come, they didn't really tell me, but in this book, week 25, they say that your baby is reaching about 13 inches which is over a foot long in length and more than 1.5 pounds. Mine weighs 2 pounds. I don't know if that's like a good thing, but he weighs 2 pounds. He's like what I'm made of. Like, that's it. If you finally get your appetite back after everything, usually most people get their appetite back whenever they go into the second trimester, is what I've been told. I have it sometimes and I don't have it sometimes, so it just depends on the day. So like when my fiance asks me like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, I won't know until the day, so don't try to prepare any dinner or anything. I won't know until that day. Some days I just want fruits and vegetables. Some days he wants fruits and vegetables. He's the master of all the stuff that goes in there. So let's see. Capillaries are forming under the skin, filling with blood. By the week's end, air sacs with capillaries will also develop in your baby's lungs, getting them ready for him to breathe his first breath of air. Mind you, those lungs aren't ready for prime time breathing yet, and they have a lot of maturing left to do. They're already at the beginning. Oh, they're already beginning to develop surfactant. So basically, he was starting to take little breaths and stuff like that. I actually could feel his hiccups, so that was pretty neat. I definitely feel his kicks. Week 26. Yeah. I haven't really experienced much of it yet. It's only Saturday. I just turned it yesterday, so you'll get to know what my week 26 highs and lows were if you tune in next Friday. I'll try to have it out this time, I promise. I'll try not to be sick. So they say your body this month, this book says that between 23 weeks and 27 weeks is your 6th month. Some people say it's your 5th month, but everybody says different. I'm just going by what this says. So, it says more fetal activity, which is very true. Some people will start feeling it about 18 weeks. That's when I did, so it was wonderful. It was on my birthday. Kicked me for the first time. Continued vaginal discharge, achiness in the lower abdomen. That is the round ligament pain, so any of you that are brand new, that's what that is. So don't worry about that. Constipation. Heartburn and indigestion. Flatulence. If you fart, just do it. Don't hide it from anybody anymore. It's just gonna come out of you. So, occasional headaches, yes. Occasional lightheadedness and dizziness, nasal congestion, nosebleeds, sensitive gums, and a hearty appetite. That's Glenn. That's my fiance. Bye, Glenn.
Come on, Rhea.
And that's Rhea. That's my animal. So that's pretty much what goes on. I've experienced the constipation, heartburn, occasional headaches, lightheadedness sometimes. I haven't experienced nasal congestion or anything like that, but definitely the fetal activity. See, this book will show you everything, what he looks like in there, what your tummy's gonna look like, all that stuff. So, and it'll tell you like some of the things that your body is gonna go through. Leg cramps, mild swelling of the feet and ankles. I have had that. Hemorrhoids. But everyone's different, so just because I didn't have it doesn't mean you won't, and just because I did have these just doesn't mean, because my sister, she is She's 2 months behind me, and she is not experiencing a single thing that I am. I've been sick, I have been backaches, all kinds of stuff, leg cramps, mood swings, stretch. I haven't experienced stretch marks. My belly is actually very clear. Enlarged breast. She has not experienced any of that stuff, so everybody is different, and she's my relative. So actually, Mom says that our pregnancies are mirroring the way my mom was pregnant with us. So she had a hard time with me since I was her first pregnancy and everything, and so I'm experiencing the same thing that my mom is experiencing. And then Amanda, it was a breeze pregnancy. It was wonderful. So, yeah. So, emotionally, this week for me, I would catch myself crying a lot during some TV shows and stuff that I was watching. So, I am emotional. There's also a neat thing in this book. There's neat little sections that say for dads. Those are for the dads to read, for those men that don't understand pregnancy and how things work in our body and why we're not the same women that we were before. We're the same woman, we just have a little more emotional fountains. So you will experience like some mood swings, maybe, forgetfulness, walk into a room like an old lady and you don't remember. Yeah, that happens. Feeling like your pregnancy is endless. Now by this time you're looking at the calendar and you're like 14 weeks. It's not that far. It's still a couple of months away. And you're just getting bigger. So, but plenty of excitement about the future. I experience that a lot, where I'm just like, wow, I'm having a baby, I'm going to be a parent, it's so amazing, yay! And then I experience, oh my gosh, am I going to be a good mom? So, everyone that has already had a baby and done all that stuff that I've talked to, they've all been like, nobody knows how to do it the first time. Nobody is super prepared, and everything is not going to go as planned, so don't expect it to go as planned. It's going to be fine. And so, but for those of you who are just now found this video, I'm doing these videos, and people are wondering why I started at 25 weeks, because I've done a few videos before this. And it's because 25 weeks is my mark. I am so happy that I made it to this point. Every other baby that I've carried 3 before this one, and they only made it to about 8 weeks. I miscarried all of them. So Grayson, my son, is my rainbow baby in the fact that I made it to 25 weeks and that he is doing so well. I am so excited and so happy. So this is my celebration countdown. We have 14 weeks to go, and I am so excited. 26 weeks and 1 day, 14 weeks to go. So Grayson will be here February 1st, so I can't wait. And I thank all of you for being here and sharing this countdown with me. So thank you so much for being here. For all you new moms and that are pregnant now, that are at the same weeks as me, thank you. I'm glad I get to join you and we get to do this journey together. And then for all of you moms that are already moms, thank you for all the advice and everything, and paving the way for the people like me that don't exactly know what they're doing yet. So, thank you so much. Join me next Friday.